Hey guys, my name is Savannah and welcome to my channel if you're new. So today I'm going to be doing another acne video, and the acne video I'm going to be doing today is called My Acne Story. So it's essentially where I just kind of talk about my acne, when it happened, how I deal with it, and essentially just talking about my acne. So I decided to make this video today because I made a pact to myself to not wear any face makeup for a week, because I want to see whether or not that would make a difference in my breakouts and my acne, because truth be told, it can be very, very difficult to figure out what is causing your acne. So I decided to say no to makeup for a week. I know personally I struggle most with my acne the couple months before school because I wanted to be gone before I start again so I can have kind of like a fresh start, but it's never happened, and I've learned to deal with it. I actually just came up with 5 questions that I'm going to answer, and yes, my hands are ridiculously small. Hopefully this can help some people, make you guys feel like you're not alone. So the first question is, when did I start getting acne? And I started getting acne when I was in grade 5, and I'm in my 2nd year of university now. So I think that's 8 years that I've been struggling with acne. That's a pretty significant amount of time considering how I'm only 20 years old. So that would mean I've been struggling with acne almost half of my lifetime. And I mean the first, 4 years, I don't know what the hell happened there. I've kind of been struggling with it for forever, for as long as I can remember, honestly. So I remember I started getting acne in grade 5, and I started getting chin pimples, and I remember this one girl coming up to me and she was like, "Ooh, nice zit," or something like that. So when you're in grade 5, I mean, that can be pretty emotional when someone literally comes up to you and points out your flaws like that. And back then I didn't use makeup, I didn't really know how to cover it up. So that was in grade 5, and that's when it started, and all the way up into university now. So I've had it for pretty much my whole life. Alright, so the next question is, what type of acne do I have? And the acne that I struggle with most is definitely whiteheads. I consistently get whiteheads all around my chin, and it's just constant. And what happens is I'll get a whitehead and then it will leave a red mark, and the red mark will just never go away. So that's kind of what has been happening with my acne. Pretty much never get any acne on my forehead besides the random one about every 3 months here, so I think everyone gets that sometimes. But recently, probably in the past, I'd say 4 months, I've started to get acne on my cheeks, so I don't know what the hell is going on there, but I hope to God it doesn't progress. Yeah, that's the kind of acne that I have. Never had acne, so thank God for that. So number 3 is, what have I used to try to get rid of my acne? I've tried a lot of stuff. Been to the dermatologist, and I've made a few visits to the doctor. Don't you dare tell me to try Proactive. I've tried it, it doesn't work for me. I'm sure that's like the biggest pet peeve of people who have acne, when people are like, "Oh, wash your face," or "Go try Proactive." It's like, you don't think I've done that? I've done that. I've actually tried the regimen from acne.org. I think it's called like the regimen. Essentially you use like a plain cleanser, a plain moisturizer, and then you use benzoyl peroxide. And to be honest, I probably went on the regimen for about 2 months and I didn't notice a difference, and I stopped. And I'd say that that is probably a huge kind of downfall that I've had in my acne journey, is that I'll try things and then I stop because it makes my skin so flaky that I can't even use makeup. Sometimes your acne gets worse, and that can just be very terrifying. Like if you're using a product, then it makes it worse, which could mean that it's just clearing everything out. But you could take it as, oh my god, I'm allergic to this, or this is actually causing me to have more acne, so then you stop it. But yeah, so try Proactive, the regimen, got lots of different creams from the dermatologist. Right now I'm actually using Clindoxyl gel. I'm probably going on a month and a half with this. Honestly, hasn't done anything. Probably made my skin a little bit worse, so I'm just kind of waiting out on this one. Hopefully that will do something. Tried me some pills. I went on tetracycline, which actually there was a period in my life where I think my acne pretty much cleared up, and I'm pretty sure it was when I was using tetracycline and then another cream. I can't remember the name of it, but I stopped using it because I was like, holla, no more acne, don't need any more pills, but went off it. Acne came back. A few years later, I tried tetracycline and it didn't work for me. It didn't work for me like it did before, so, and it's an antibiotic, so your body kind of gets used to it, and plus I don't want to be taking an antibiotic for a very long time, because I mean that has damaging effects to your body. Also, something that I'm interested in is changing your diet. I mean, diet is such a conflicting thing because some people say it works, some people say it doesn't. I know that dairy is really linked to acne, and so are grains. Essentially, I've tried a lot of stuff to cure up my acne. One thing I haven't tried is Accutane. I've made the decision that I do not want to use Accutane just because I feel like it hasn't been properly tested, and I feel like we don't exactly know how it's going to affect the body, and it's a very toxic drug. I mean, you have to be monitored, I think, once a month or every couple weeks by a doctor. Like, it's a very intense drug. You can't have alcohol when you're on Accutane. I've heard of people who have taken the drug and then they've developed some sort of permanent condition, or they've developed a permanent effect due to taking Accutane, and a lot of people say, wow, I wish I didn't take Accutane because now I have to deal with liver problems, now I have to deal with hair loss, now I have to deal with emotional issues I never had before. So I've just decided I do not want to go down that route, because if I take Accutane, I could be affected by the unknown. Number 4 is, how do I deal with acne? Well, to be honest, I mean, I discovered makeup probably in middle school. I discovered foundation and concealer, and I learned that you could actually cover up your acne to the point where people could kind of tell, but it wasn't like the main thing, I guess, about you that they would notice. There's been days where I wake up and I look at my face and it really can make me feel like shit, especially when I was in high school. That was incredibly difficult. There'd be days where I would look at my skin and I'd be like, I honestly don't want to go, and I'm pretty sure there were some times where I wouldn't go because I just became so emotional about my skin and I didn't want to be around people. You learn to accept it, but it doesn't necessarily become a cakewalk. I mean, it definitely is still very difficult. I just started going to the gym probably about 3 months ago, and I've been loving it, by the way. I'm a total advocate of starting a fitness routine and going to the gym, becoming healthy. I go to the gym actually with no makeup on, and that is forcing me to become comfortable being around people without any makeup on. Then the last question is, what has my acne taught me? My acne has taught me that everyone is dealing with their own shit. Nobody is really looking at you. I mean, I've had friends where I'll be like, oh man, my skin is acting up, and they'll be like, you don't even have acne, you know, like I don't even notice it on you. And I mean, sometimes you could think people are just being nice, but to be honest, I think a lot of the times people genuinely don't notice. And if they do, it's like for a second, and then they're like, oh, okay, cool, you know? Like, people don't really care. Everyone is completely wrapped up in their own mental shit. And I mean, you could take that as a very sad thing, but you could also take it as an enlightening thing, you know? Like, nobody cares what I do. You know, it's kind of taught me to make decisions for myself, not for other people. I don't know, but that's probably just a very big tangent. But thank you so much for watching, and if you have acne, first and foremost, I'm very sorry that you have to deal with it, because I know how hard it is. And second of all, just know that you are not alone. There's tons of people who deal with it, your family members, your friends, strangers, your enemies. And if your acne is bothering you, just focus on something else, keep busy, don't pick at your skin, don't stare at yourself in the mirror and be sad. It doesn't help anything. It just kind of prolongs the hurt, and it just kind of makes you feel worse. So yeah, just try to kind of focus on other things in life. And I mean, you obviously keep trying to see what helps your acne subside and hopefully to cure your acne. If you want to subscribe to watch more videos, that'd be awesome. I hope that you have a lovely day and just a lovely weekend and a lovely life. So I'll see you guys again later. Bye.